Have you ever wondered if Cliff Richard would have been as successful if he'd kept his birth name Harry Webb? Or if Elton John would have reached superstardom if he'd still been called Reg Dwight? Can our name really influence the way our lives turn out? Well, name analyst Laurence Payg is here to tell us. Laurence, you were sitting there going, oh, no, I don't think. What? Why? How? I don't understand.
Everything is in a name. Everything. Each legal name a person has indicates their personality, characteristics, their virtues, their vices, even their health. And then the individual letters bring events into a person's life at specific predetermined ages. For example, the Y brings success for 7 years, a G brings 7 years of gains, the H brings 8 years of stress and strain. So by taking a letter from each name, I can tell what's happening in a person's life and progress it forward.
This sounds fantastic almost, but do you have any proof for this? Because it's the sort of thing that we'd all go away and call ourselves, I mean, Elizabeth Taylor or whatever happened to be our particular, penchant.
Many people do that. They change their names after their fans, after their idols. There's quite a number of Elvis Presleys walking around, and in fact, some 3 years ago in a nightclub in Newcastle, Elvis Presley was arrested for fighting with Elvis Costello, and two fans had changed their names, then they started fighting. Yes, there's a great deal of evidence. Look, for example, at ladies who marry. Ladies who marry normally change their name, and ladies change after marriage and men do not. The world of entertainment is a fabulous place for name changing.
Yeah, but that says something about men and women. Women don't change.
Well, they do, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better.
Right.
If you look at the world of entertainment, the easiest example is someone like Jerry Dorsey. Jerry Dorsey was a singer. He had 16 years in this country where he didn't have one hit record, no fan club, no success. After 16 years, he changed his name. Now, he did not change anything else, Patricia. We didn't change his date of birth, his parents, his education, background, fingerprints, voice, agent, recording company, music, anything. He took the name Engelbert Humperdinck. He was an overnight success.
OK, so I'm beginning to see that there could be some benefit in this. Are there particular names that you can associate with particular types of success, for example?
Yes, it's not the name itself, it's the number that it totals. Names are added up to individual numbers. So a number that totals 21, for example, like Jessica or Gemma, they're names for singing and music. Mary's a number that totals 21. They love music, they lose themselves in music. If their other names are extrovert, they may go on to be singers. If they're introvert, they may just listen to music. It's the balance. Some names are very good for business. 34 have got strength of character, determination, executive ability. So other names are nerves. Yeah.
So it doesn't really necessarily matter. What if you're, for example, me, Patricia, and somebody starts calling me Pat?
It doesn't matter. No, it's the legal name that I analyse. The name that you called is almost irrelevant. If you think about it, we could have 7 different people call you 7 different names. Which one would be the real you?
So if you're, for example, we can't choose what our parents have sort of called us, but how can we help our children? Because the poor mites. I mean, some stars call their children the most peculiar things.
Horrendous on occasions. I mean, Heavenly, Harani, Tiger Lily, all the ones that Paul Yates seem to have picked up have got bad letters in them. The H brings stress and strain, bless them. It's not good at all. Madonna named her baby Lourdes. The trend seems to be to name their babies after places. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Basically, naming children is a very important part of my work. It's quite involved. I've got to take their surname into account and see how the names balance. It's the balance of names that's important. Some of the top 10 boys and girls names, some of those names are very, very positive. Jack is a lovely name for a boy. It totals 7. We've got the executive ability, the organising skills. Thomas is the social life. Right. Going out and about, being with his friends, having a drink too many when he's older.
Well, we've actually got someone who's called in, because I know that we've actually got a viewer who's called in, because I know you've got a query about, and I think it was, is it Sarah? Sue from Chester, I'm sorry, we've got Sue from Chester. What is your question about names for Laurence? Oh, we got Sue?
Hello.
Hello, Sue. What's your question?
Hi, my daughter's name is Hannah Sophie Dean, and I'm just wondering what the year's got planned out for her.
Hannah Sophie Dean?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's Hannah Sophie. That's a nice name.
Let me put it down. Dean is D-A-N-D-E-A-N?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, and how old is Hannah?
She's 6 weeks old.
Right.
Oh, bless.
We're looking at a D. Okay, she's in charge of the family, Sue.
Yeah.
Right. The D at the beginning of Dean gives leadership. She's taken over, right?
Yeah.
The S from Sophie will actually appear to make any problems that she has worse for the first half of her life, the first year.
Right.
Then they're sorted out, and then she's better in the second.
Oh,
now,
right.
you need to look at her digestive system slightly.
Yeah.
She's probably just on milk at the moment, but when she starts on solids and other things, watch the digestive system.
She's got very bad colic at the moment as well.
Well, that's the digestive system.
Right.
Try and talk to your doctor or other people about what's good for her. Sometimes a change of milk will help,
Right.
but it's always going to be there because it's in her name to have digestive problems. It's in Sophie and in Dean, I'm afraid.
Right.
Try and get onto a vegetarian diet when she's older, or foods that are very easy to digest.
Right.
Hannah, I'm sorry, the H in that name is bringing stress and strain. Now, anything you can do to reduce that, please try to do so.
Right.
Okay, but it does get better as she gets older. Trust me, it really is going to get better. Once she gets to her first birthday, the O in Sophie makes life much more settled for her. At the age of 7, the P puts her in a position of power and success for 7 years. She's going to do very well at school. She really is.
Oh, good.
Oh, there you go. So you're going to have to start swatting up in order for you to be able to keep up with her.
She's a very bright. She's a very bright girl. She's very bright baby. When she grows, you're going to have difficulty keeping pace with her, Sue.
Oh, good.
She'll learn very, very quickly.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay, but she will improve.
That's great.
Thank you so much, Sue, for calling in.
Oh,
and
thanks for that.
That is our pleasure. We've
Thank
also
you.
got
Bye.
Caroline from Sheffield. Caroline, do you have a question about names?
I do, yeah. I'm about to have a baby in 3 months' time,
Right.
and I know it's going to be a boy, and I've already thought of a name for him, and I just wondered if it was possible to let me know sort of what it means, or...
Yes.
What's the name?
The name's Connor James.
Connor James.
Yeah.
That sounds very Irish.
What surname are we putting with that,
It's
Caroline?
O'Keefe, so it is very Irish.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's look at Connor.
Okay.
It totals 34. It's a name that's got strength of character, determination, executive ability.
Oh,
From
good.
an early age, Connor is going to be in charge of children and adults, whether they like it or not. He's going to take over and organise and control them.
Oh, dear.
Excellent in communications, excellent in learning, but he's going to be rather stubborn and determined. Encourage him to do that in a positive way, not in a negative way.
Okay.
Lots of energy with Connor. Encourage him when he's old or slightly older to keep fit or exercise or activities where he's using up that excess nervous energy. Get it out of his body, help him to relax and unwind.
Okay.
James is excellent. Bright, lively, impulsive, fun-loving, a very loving, very giving name. He's going to be a very loving, very giving child.
Oh.
Great love of music, and he will charm the ladies no end when he's older with the name James. O'Keefe is where all the nerves are going to come from.
Oh.
Now, probably with your partner, you realise it's all the nervous energy that he's got. Now, again, they're very hard workers because they need to have material things around them to give them that sense of security and status. So they use up the excess nervous energy in that
There
way.
you go, Caroline. I think that gives you a fair idea of what you've got in store in 3 months'
He's
time,
going to keep you very busy, Caroline, I can guarantee you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Caroline, and we hope 3 months' time you're going to be smiling sweetly with him in your arms. And Laurence, thank you very much
My
for
pleasure.
that.